of your spirit. I'm going live inside the library because there are no lies there. For clarity, you see the title. I want you to get the understanding, the parity, and my juxtaposition in this situation. This is not a parallel play type of thing, okay? My name is Janine Christie Hill. I was born Janine Christie Paxton. That's number one. I have no affiliation with Candace Owens, Turning Point USA, Anton Daniels, or any other players in this game. The reason that I am aware of what is going on is because I was thrown into the black YouTube algorithm way back when the live streaming started. We were all one pool of content creators by way of the YouTube algorithm. As we began to create our content, the algorithm itself began to split us off so they could put us back into your interest population, so to speak, and get you to continue to watch. Now, I understood that already. Most of other things are important at the moment. What is important is that the men that I've been speaking of, the four horsemen, Kevin Samuels, the lead attorney, NTR, and Dennis Sperling were all people who wanted to start a black men's network, along with Anton Daniels and some other people. Now, do you understand? As a black woman, of course, I was interested in that. So I became in- concerned, curious. I stayed around inside of the manosphere and content as long as my content matched what they were putting down, basically. When I began to move around in other spaces by way of what my content was and what I can personally do as a vlogger, that's where I started out. Okay? Just because I was doing it live streaming does not make that untrue. That's why these other things matter. Intent matters. My intention was to leave behind my legacy, to put as much of my master's work online as I could in the event that I would pass away. 2:22 on the clock, and I did. February 2nd, 2022. There are other people who can tell you that this is true. Okay? So the point in all of this is, at that time, I asked one gentleman to take a piece of paper to rewrite it for me because I had written hand, I needed it typed, and I wasn't physically up to it at the time. He took that and created his own thing. The moment that he began doing all kinds of weird things like asking for NDAs and whatnot, I put a stop to it and I left. Now, the information, of course, was still out there. I can't make YouTube, Facebook, Google, or anyone completely shut down anything, especially when my identity is stolen by way of me being hacked. That was a pure, I want to say it was an accident, yet it wasn't. You understand? There's just nefarious players at hand, is what I will say. But I wanted to clarify that for you. I have no inner knowledge or workings except for that. I'm not involved. I'm the canary in the coal mine. They don't know how I got in there. I've been trying my best to get out of here. 3:33 on the clock. Just so happens that when I went live, things happened to me. They started gang stalking me. Now, here's what I know to be true. Also, this Israeli um, basketball gambling thing is directly related to me, and possibly you could even attribute it to the fact that they wanted to gamble away my gifts, my abilities. It's a lot to do with dark energy and understanding the laws of physics. But anyway, for 11 on the clock, for information's sake, get it? They could pass on things that would have never been left to you all had I not made it back in time. You see, I'm right where I'm supposed to be at this moment in history. It doesn't matter what the people think they see and or believe about me. I've always known what was to come and what's to be true. This TPUSA thing is only the network. When I said Steve Bannon, Biodome, and roaches, the TPUSA thing comes out. Now do you get it? You're gonna say that there's no direct connection except that that's the absolute connection. Steve Bannon, Alex Jones, all that stuff that's going on with the mega community all of a sudden blowing up. and ish, people turning on the United States president, being worried about us going to war. Now you understand why people are concerned about the words that come out of my mouth. They're true and living proof and evidence of what exists. So you need me to go to court to prove all this. That's cool. It's just, we're wasting a lot of time and money and resources on some absolute bullshit. I'm completely innocent. And more to the point, these people are exhibiting their guilt in real time. They can't help themselves. This is what's known as a spontaneous utterance. This is why you, as a citizen, have the right to remain silent even when you are not read your Miranda rights. You see how they want you to listen to me but not listen to me? How else are they going to be able to get information out of you? If they take you to an interrogation room where you're going to say, I want a lawyer. And they're going to have to stop 5:55 on the clock. You dig? And if they don't stop, it can be held against them. Anything you do say will be held against them in the court of law. And you won't be convicted that day because of a technicality. Like them not getting me an attorney when I asked for one on the bus line when that officer put me in a submissive position in front of women who I love more than anything. Now, y'all don't want to keep playing with me because the more that I talk, the more you are connected to terrorism inside of the United States. And I'm speaking directly to Bibi Netanyahu. Why do you think I wasn't playing? Or cricket, for that matter? Now do you get it? Let people know what you've got in your nuclear arsenal. Because we're about to disarm you, bitch. And I'm standing on business. That's why I went live with this. Not everybody's going to see it right away. But the ones who already know me know the motherfucking play. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.